In 5 seconds. Ladies and gentlemen, sorry about the little delay there. We just had a little bit of something just to finish up. But, with it said, ladies and gentlemen, the time has hit 0. The song is now done. It's time to get this case moving and having some fun. Don't you think? Alright, we should be good to go, I think. So let's get this moving on. To the main! Lights! You can tell I put this up. Yeah, I don't know why my camera sort of seems to go on freeze mode. Because freeze mode is derp. But anyway, enough said. What is up, guys? This is Brownie of the Joy Charge Gamers, charging with joy with tonight's episode of the Great Ace Attorney Chronicles. We're going to be back in case number 5, so now let's get on with part 3 of the investigation and figure out what exactly is going on, because we found out that somehow our lovable assistant has created... Oh, no worries, Eon. Do what you gotta do. And I lost my train of thought. Alright, yeah. This is what we had before. Behind that door in the storeroom. Hurry! And this is where we open the flap and we're greeted with... Oh no, here we go again. Oh boy. Everything that followed happened in a whirlwind of activity. The arrival of the police, the preliminary investigation of the scene, and the questioning. It was just before dawn before I was allowed back to my lodgings at 221B. At 221B. If I keep pressing every button, I'll find an answer. Oh. And Iris has come to greet us. Completely serious. A telegram came, but all it said was wait at home. He asked one of the policemen to have it sent. It was simply impossible to come back. When I woke up, I was all alone. Ellie and Jeannie were gone. Everyone was gone. What happened, Runo? She's trying very hard not to let herself get too worried. I'll explain everything that I know. Something awful has happened, hasn't it? Here we go. I want to do something first. That spade has been here since we started renting the place. What? I had to do this again. I had to do it. I had to do it. I'm sorry. What? I like that spade conversation. Serious matter. That's a shovel, not a spade. And there we go. He was shot. We discovered in the early hours in the morning. Yes, I had a feeling. You did? Well, I saw all those police carriages pulling up outside his shop, so I knew something must have happened there. Oh, she's oh precious. At Windybags in the small hours, we disturbed a gang of 2 thugs. They ran out onto the street, and I chased after them, but they got away. So it was one of them who shot Mr. Windybag, I suppose. Well, I don't know. But that's not what the police believe it at the moment. Oh, why not? They've arrested someone else as their prime suspect, you see. Gina. There we go! Well, the thing is... No, Jeannie wouldn't do anything like that. Yeah, she'd pick a pocket or 2. I know. None of us think she did it. And why have they arrested her? She was there with the gun! Sorry, there was nothing I could do. Might as well finish the rest of this. It's not fair! What about the thugs that are at the scene? Why are they the prime suspects? After all, Oh, they shot Hurley dead, didn't they? No, I mean, Mr. Shrubs isn't dead, Iris. This is also horrible. Oh, God bless her. Found on the floor in the storeroom where we keep all the deposited articles, and the storeroom door was locked from the inside. I see. But he wasn't alone in there. Gina was found next to him on the floor as well. Oh no! And according to the detectives who investigated afterwards... Don't tell me there was no one else in the room. It's like she's seen this type of thing before. Or I have! Yes, exactly. How did you know? It's the only explanation. Yes, the only explanation indeed. What do you mean by that, Rudo? Well... what can I say? I'm damned if I agree, damned if I don't. Ah, the old expression, damned if you do, damned if you don't. Let's give the situation on Sholmes. So where's Hurley then? Is he still there investigating the scene? He really ought to have some breakfast. It's not good for him to miss meals. Oh, I should have gone in order. Oh, so she didn't know about Hurley. But I have some news about Mr. Sholmes. So far, Iris is now getting the bearing of the information. He was taken to hospital this morning. What? Well, when we entered Windy Bags, a gun was fired and he took a bullet. Hurley? Was shot? No. It's alright, it's alright. His life isn't in danger. Really? Are you sure? Where is he? He's at St. Sinners. St. Sinners? That's actually a proper name. No worries, Aeon. I must see him at once. I'm sorry, Iris, but you can't. Why not? That's not fair. I'm a family member. I should be allowed. No, I mean, nobody can see him at the moment. He's not allowed any visitors. They're preparing to operate. Oh, boy. Oh, poor Hurley. Good lord, we're talking a lot here. The two thugs and Mr. Windybags there. Yeah, Saints and Sinners. Yeah, I had a feeling of that. I had a feeling there was something. It was pitch black inside the shop at the time. My mind went totally blank, I'm afraid. I just froze. Go! Yeah, that's all we got. Yeah, after that I ran into the street, but, well, they were long gone. I shouldn't have hesitated. I'm so sorry. It's my fault. I think that's a very good thing. Sorry? Well, if you'd seen which way they went and chased after them, you might have been shot as well, Bruno. On top of everything else, I couldn't bear that. Oh. Iris has to be in the mainstay of this series. I'm sorry, she has to stay in this whole series. Still the police station. Oh, why? I expect she's still being questioned. The police said they wouldn't be finished for a while. Why aren't you there then? Well, I didn't get a good look at the criminals anyway, so they weren't questioning me for long. Mr. Sato stayed behind at the scene to tend to Mr. Sholmes, so they didn't get started until later. One of us had to come back to be with Iris. Inspector Gregson agreed to leave me. Oh. Could we get Gregson deserves praise as well? He at least cared about Iris. I'm afraid I'll need to go out again now, Iris. There's not much I can do at the moment. At least try to find out how Mr. Sholmes and Gina are getting on. Yeah, I agree. I mean, Gregson isn't Gumshoe by incompetence levels and comic value, but he is a loving man, and he does care about where it matters. That I at least says is a props thing. He has caring aspects about him as well. I'm not sure how I feel about taking a 10-year-old child to the scene of a murder, but I don't want to leave her all alone here either. Alright then, Iris. Perhaps you can help me? Oh yes, I'd love to! Gina's at the prison. Mr. Sholmes is probably in the hospital bed. To visit the crime scene, we can conduct a thorough investigation. I can see you're ready for action. Well, Iris is back in play. And it looks like Iris is our assistant this time. Don't forget to take me when you go. Yep. Alright. Well, might as well check the suite again because I happen to know there is an actual achievement. I accidentally looked at this one. There is an achievement for checking the Blackboard in every chapter of the game. To check every idea on the list. In short, anytime you see the Blackboard, check it. If it's anything that can be done, check it. That's basically the achievement, which is dumb. In fact, so you guys are aware of this as well, there are 2 more achievements into the game, which are quite interesting. One of them is finding every shovel in the game to commence the argument between a shovel and a spade, and the other one is finding every ladder in the game, or step ladder, to commence the ladder and step ladder in the game. Yep, there is an achievement for the running gag of the ladder and step ladder. It really isn't anything. So, there you go. Fun fact for you there. Yep, the step ladder joke. I believe it's a ladder. No, it's a step ladder. Okay, I suppose the first thing we should do... Let's go check... Yeah. Oh! The Policia! Carriage outside Windy Banks. I never imagined we'd investigate a case so close to home. Yeah, this is generally troubling. Should have done more. None of this is your fault, Runa. Please don't apologize. But it's the criminals who are to blame for all this. So let's investigate. Yeah. Is it weird to say Iris is a weird scenario to say is a really good, Pearl equivalent? I generally think she's really good. I mean, I generally like this cast. Let's have a big party. That's a great idea. I'm sure it won't be long. Mr. Sholmes is very tough. Yeah, definitely needed. Alright. So, given by the creator of Open Star Racer. Really? Good to know. Alright, let's go check the pawnbroker first. And let's see if... Oh my god! Oh! That calendar says a lot. Okay, I like the attention to detail. Happened then, last night? And that's right. The 2 thugs I told you about were obviously ransacking the place looking for valuables. But... apart from the policeman in here, you wouldn't know anything had happened. There's no sign of a disturbance. No, you're right about that, actually. In fact, if anything, it's the police who seem to be the ones doing the ransacking. I know what you mean. They're like a gang of organized criminals, all dressed in black. Oi, I heard that! Gregson! Inspector, good morning. And by the way, he's French, since he also created Code Lyoko. He did quit eventually, then went to Japan and made Obon. Oh, go figure. Yeah, probably. Oh, go figure. I suppose I want to thank you for your vigilance last night. We got to the scene before it was disturbed, at least. Shame you let the 2 rugs get away, mind. Yeah, I'm sorry about that. I thought you'd assign extra men to the beat around here, Grexy. Now look what's happened. Hurley's been injured because they wouldn't appeal. No! Your ladyship! No one told me you were coming! I expect you take full responsibility for what happened to Hurley and so he has the best medical care. Of course, your ladyship! The very best doctors in the capital are attending. Hang on, let me get something. Don't have to... It's Runa's fault that the rogues managed to get away. This chasing criminals, the police's job. Absolutely. Okay, Iris has... Iris has become one of the best. Would you believe it? He's like a completely different person with Iris. A personality change. Oh, where are me manners? Are you thirsty, your ladyship? Perhaps you'd like some juice? Some nice refreshing fruit juice. Oh, that's probably why. Why are you thirsty, Gregsy? I have some of my special herbal tea with me, if you'd like some. Oh! Lovely. Ta very much. They're really at the spot, your ladyship. Oh my, I don't even recognize him like this. Yeah, me neither. Okay, I got something I gotta check. Let's see if we can uncover. Oi! What do you think you're doing, Sunshine? You can't touch anything in it. Oh. It's the gate. This is a crime scene for Pete's sake. No touching! Even with Iris. You know that. Oh, I'm ever so sorry, your ladyship. Ever so sorry. The rules and regulations are a thorn in my side. Of course, if Mr. Hunter was to be properly appointed by the accused, that'd be another matter. Okay, so Gina's got to give us the lawyer rights. Okay, well, Satoru Hosanaga, Satoru. Oh yeah, our beloved little assistant. She got called away to the head office apparently. She got called away to the head office. So how's the investigation going, Inspector? Nothing to it, really. Very simple case, this. There's some very definitive evidence. Oh, Hosanaga's a guy. Oh, that guy. Sorry. Oh, Saka. Oh, I'm thinking of the girl. She's got an S in her name as well. That's the other one. Yeah, Hosanaga went back to Japan. He said he had enough and went to Japan. You're gonna charge her? That's right. Should be able to bring her before the judge at the Bailey tomorrow. Oh boy. Oh! Oh, right! Oh yeah, Hosanaga! Doi! Detective! Oh my god, I'm an idiot. Yeah, fair enough. Yeah, my apologies there. I got mixed up in all of this. Fred? Oh. Ah, I see. You've already captured the pair of thugs who broke into here last night, have you? What the? And you're going to put them on the stand as witnesses, are you? How? How could you? Wait. Is that really true? I had a feeling, that's all. Remind me never to try to keep a secret from Iris. So we've got the two men already? Well, yes. They were rounded up pretty quickly by the lads on the beat. Holy shit. Being held at the prison? She should be. That's assuming she hasn't lifted the key from the jailer, of course. Oh yeah, that's right. Anything about Mr. Sholmes? What's his condition? Sorry, I'm not at liberty to divulge that information. Scotland Yard matters are strictly confidential. Even to Iris? Operated at St. Sinners. Why can't I see him? I'm family, you know. I'm terribly sorry, your ladyship. It's the hospital policy. No visit at all. Not at all. The bullet must have hit an artery in his midriff. He's lost a fair bit of blood. Oh, hey, Dal. Welcome. He didn't seem too bad in the first hour or so, but a hemorrhage like that is enough to make even the one and only Sholmes pipe down. Sholmes is a human like the rest of us, you know. Well, anyway, he's having emergency surgery right now. They gotta stop that bleeding. But he will be alright, won't he? They'll be able to make him better, right? Oh, of course, your ladyship. He'll be right as rain before you know it. Really? How do you know? How do I know? Well, because, of course... Yeah. Mr. Sholmes is such a great detective. That's why. We better pray the doctors have a better grasp of what's needed to make someone well again. Oh dear. Please don't die early. I'll report to you, ladyship, the moment I hear he's at the operating theatre. Good on you, Gregson. I couldn't help noticing, Inspector.
What? Out with it, sunshine?
Well, there seems to be a marked difference between the way you talk to me and Iris.
What's the source, Sonny? I'm a copper. We don't go into favoritism.
But he's right. You do treat us differently.
It's because of those Adventures of Sherlock Holmes stories. That's why.
Wait, what?
I crop up in it, don't I? Inspector Tobias Gregson.
Oh, well, yes, because you're acquaintance of Hurley's. Well, you're right about the Inspector, Iris. I don't remember, really.
It was one of Sholmes's lines. Gregson is the smartest of the Scotland Yarders, is how he put it.
Oh, did I write that?
And you know what that one line did for me, eh? The very next month my pay doubled! Doubled, I tell you!
Oh, shit. So we got fame and a double pay.
All because everyone at the yard reads them. They read all the Sherlock Holmes stories. They've even set up a fan club for me.
That explains everything. The time you became such a toady to me. So that's why. Because Iris writes the stories, Gregson gets the fame and the extra pay, so he's ever grateful.
And you blame me? All it takes is one bad word from you and Sholmes could change his tune about me. Gregson? No. The great detective will say he's getting quite overrated these days. Think what would happen to my salary if that came out in print.
Ah, he truly is a gumshoe.
My pay! The whole thing gives me the willies. I can't tell you how many nights of sleep I've lost to worrying about it.
But that would never happen, Gregsy.
Every month when the new Rand's magazine comes out, my hands are trembling as I turn the pages.
Oh, how awful for you. Here, have some of my tea to settle your nerves.
Where does he get the teacup?
Oh, lovely. Not very much. That really hit the spot, your ladyship. Teetotal.
He's acting totally again. Oh, yeah. There's something I was supposed to talk to you about, actually, Mr. Naruhodo.
Yes? What is it?
I've got an important message for you. I clean forgot about it until now.
Important message? I wonder what it could be. I get the feeling it's about our beloved little Missy. You gonna tell me what this important message is then, Inspector?
Yeah, it's about that young lady who's normally by your side, your assistant.
Yep. Susie. Is she alright? She's at the station. Is she being questioned, I believe?
Nope, not anymore. She had to head off.
Head off where?
To Lord Strongart's office, of course. He summoned her.
The telegram. British tricky stereotypical. What are you talking about? Look, see, I am truly British. I am, actually. I'm from the UK. Haha!
One of the whipstocks took her there in a yard carriage after we finished questioning her. But she asked us to tell you she didn't have the fare for the return journey to go and meet her there. She's got a nerve using Scotland Yard as a bloomin' messaging service.
I see. Well, thank you for passing that on, Inspector. Why did Susie have to go see the Lord Chief Justice? She didn't tell me, but I'd better head over to the Lord Chief Justice office to fetch her straight away. Well, so we can't examine, we can't check anything, and we can't really do much else, so... Ooh. You know what? Might as well go check on the places. A jolly smashing display of British astute, Sir Brownie. What good show, man. Oh, what a marvellous comment you pass on, dear Aeon. I do believe that my dear ladyship is in the chat watching.
I can't fucking do it.
He's not here. No, that's strange. The nurse definitely said he was in the bed by the window, didn't she? Oh, no. Oh, I know what's probably happened. Hurley was being a big baby and the bullet wound wasn't that bad after all, so he's been sent home. I'm not so sure about that. Baby or not, there's no question that it was a fairly serious injury. Oh. Hello, hello, what have we here?
Oh! This ward is off limits. Now visiting. So what are you doing in here, eh?
Well, I'll have you know, we're Hurley's next of kin.
Oh! Well, begging your pardon then, ma'am. So, a little lady and a curious Eastern gentleman? The great mystery solvers are a mysterious family, eh?
If that's how you see us, I'm sure. You dorks. We're not dorks, we're British. Mr. Bolt, where's Hurley? Heyo, Pip and Daddy, sir. 'Tis marvellous how she shows such support for her beloved. Oh boy. Currently in the operating theatre, ma'am, undergoing an extensive operation. Oh. It's been several hours since you went in. Shit.
Well, it doesn't appear to be working, you see. The anesthetic...
What?! I have heard a report that the gentleman claims he may have had a bit too much to drink last night. Coffee, that is.
Anyway,
Oh, shit. Are you telling me the party actually is a problem? Leave him come back later. Shit. I kind of want to check other things here, but at the same time, I don't really know what else to really do. Nah, whatever it was. Well, let's go check the prison. Let's go see Gina. Cell 13, once again. There she is. Hello, Gina.
Oh, wait, she still has the gun? She still has the fucking gun?
You still have the grenade launcher Hurley and I made. I wish she wouldn't point it at me all the time, though. What are you here for? Jeannie, I have a feeling it's because of us that you ended up in trouble. So we were thinking that we might be able to help you. Well, you can. Sorry?
Ungrateful swine.
Yeah, good question. Don't be like that, Jeannie. I know you didn't do it. You'd never shoot someone. I just know you wouldn't. You think you know me? Okay, calm down, Edge. Oh. You ain't got the first idea with the likes of me. I'm a thief. I pinch people's purses when they're walking down the street, and you still have the fucking coin? If I saw me chance, I'd sneak into a pawn shop any day of the week. Just to see what I could lay my eyes on. Get it? That's the kind of person I am. But Jeannie, I'll be in court tomorrow, they said. Some cove came by before and said he'd be a lawyer for me or the like. Said it was my right or something. But I told him to get stuffed. I don't need no lawyer. I don't need no one. She couldn't be staring at me any more obviously if she tried. Why are you being like this? Yep, we need to know. Then, Gina, why did you send the public defender away? He wanted me to sign some papers, representation papers or something like that. It's all going to be rigged anyway, the whole trial. They'll pin it on me because I'm a kid. That's what grown-ups always do. Because that's how it's always been for me growing up in the back slums. Oh. You do what the grown-ups tell you, it'll get your mates dragged off by the coppers, or worse. I've had it happen to me before and all. Being sold out, nearly snaffled on the back of it. You can't trust no one. That's the point. As soon as you do, you're gone to grass. Yep, that's the saying. Now, listen. If you like, in tomorrow's trial, I could forget it! Side blocks to drop in. Yeah, I was half expecting that. Sure enough. Nah, don't. Jeez. Look, I'll ask you nicely now. Just leave me alone. Fine. Tell us at least what happened.
Your ass is grass. You'll end up grass.
At the pawnbroker's. There's nothing to tell. I figured it'd pay me, so I broke into the place and started going through the storeroom. But the old bloke walked in on me, and you know the rest.
Wait, so did she actually shoot him?
Ain't it obvious? The place is full of stuff I could sell for a shilling or two. Diving in easy, you know, it's a lot of work, and half the time you don't even get nothing. Is that really why you broke into the place?
What?
Are you sure the true reason wasn't something else?
Oi, give it a rest. What'd be the point anyway, eh? Nothing I could say would make a blind bit of difference.
Just tell us, Jeannie. We'll believe you, whatever it is. Believe me? Don't be daft. You can't believe nothing. Everyone lies all the time. And you know what? When it comes to liars, I'm the biggest of the lot. I've told some unforgivable lies, I have.
Like what? Oh, good question.
You're not fooling anyone, Gina. What do you mean before, Gina, when you said you were the biggest liar of the lot? Why don't you tell us these unforgivable lies you told her? Maybe we can help. Sorry. We're out of time. They're gonna want to question me now. Oh yeah. I wanted to give you this. Something to
Oh, what?
Wait.
Pussycat!
A real adorable cat?
Really? Who's the pussycat?
I found it in one of the pockets of this coat. Ain't no point in having it. I wonder what a photograph like that was doing in the pocket of that overcoat. Anyway, don't bother coming again. Bye. The white cat photograph. Okay, interesting. This is an adorable little cat. I think it looks like a little like Wagahai. Well, I always thought that cats like to curl up inside under the heated kotatsu blanket when it snowed. Maybe British cats are different.
Different strokes, different folks.
Okay, there's gotta be something. Wait, what? Date deposited 13th of February, 1 small box, 10 shillings, register 13th of April. Interesting. And that's the 3 symbols of the broker. Redemption deadline 13th of April. So this was a few days ago. Okay, this could be significant. It was just 2 days before the murder of the omnibus. Oh! If Mr. McGill had still had the ticket, then presumably he never redeemed the article. The box might be still present. Oh, is it McGilded? Okay. Interesting to know. Alright. Well, let's go to the office. Let's go see the big man. 15th of April, British Supreme Court Lord Chief Justice's office. No matter how many times I come here, I always get the same sense of oppressiveness somehow. Do you think the place is oppressive? I think it's normal. You're used to this. I mean, look at that suit of armor over there. You can't take that seriously, can you? Maybe it thinks the same about you. Clear with regard to tomorrow's arrangements, I trust. Oh! Susato and Lord Strangheart. Pussycat a running gag of some kind? No, it's kind of a running little thing. Every so often, I used to keep saying when I saw a pussycat, I used to say it in sort of a cutesy way, and then I thought to myself, I might as well just tweak it, and then I just randomly call it pussycat. It's a running gag of mine. Whenever I see a pussycat, I always have to point it out and go pussycat. No matter whether, as long as it's any type of one. Just like, for example, if I see a lion, vicious cat, vicious pussy cat. I see tiger, stripy pussy cat. We'll get to that later. I wonder what they're talking about. They both look very serious. Very good. There is nothing further to discuss. You may return to your lodgings. No doubt you have much to do in preparation for your return to your... What? Return to the homeland? What? Uh-oh. Start talking. Hey, for some reason I'm doing my own Edgeworth impression. What was that all about? Oh, Mr. Naruhodo, thank you for coming to collect your colleague. What's this all about? Why were you talking to Mr. Sada's return to her homeland? And tomorrow? Typical. He doesn't want this. Tomorrow? What about Jeannie's trial? You mean... she's been formally charged now? Oh dear. You better start explaining, girl. You know, in this whole procedure, I never actually fully checked this office. I never actually checked this entire office. Not in this whole procedure. I'll have to check this later. Start talking. What's this all about? Oh, please don't concern yourself. It's only me going back to Japan. Was it Sasato? Your life here can continue just as is. That's not what I asked. What happened? Why are you leaving? It's my father. He's fallen ill. Oh. Oh, Mikotoba! That's right, the university professor! The one who dragged us into this! He must be the defendant, Ryunosuke Naruhodo, I believe. Yeah, I forgot about him a little bit. I feel bad that I forgot about that. We received an international telegram from the Empire of Japan informing us of the news. 10 days ago, Father collapsed with a fever. The cause is apparently unknown, and it seems he grows weaker day by day. Don't believe it. As you are aware, the voyage from here to your country's capital, Tokyo, takes some 50 days. I thought it'd be prudent to hasten Mr. Sato's departure as much as possible. Yes, absolutely. So we're gonna be without Sasato? London first thing tomorrow morning. I can't believe this is happening. Shit. So Gina has been charged. She'll have to appear in court. Yeah, she was formally charged a few hours ago, and the date of her trial's already been set for tomorrow. Hey, it's all over, Plum Online. Yeah, you can't see the people plumbing online. Not even 24 hours later? Gina? Ah, the Lestrade girl and the murder of the Baker Street pawnbroker, yes. An all too conspicuous case, the pickpocket was clearly disturbed mid-robbery and shot the man in a panic. No, the yard is overstretched as it is without wasting time on these open and shut cases. It's not wasting time, Gene. We never do something like that. Mr. Naruhodo. Oh, yes, Lord Strongheart? In deference of your fine services to date, I shall overlook this young girl's insolence. But I have no recollection of admitting a child into my office. Leave. Now. Of course, Lord Strongheart. Criminals will tell the most palpable lies in order to evade justice. The police can ill afford the time it takes to unravel all their truths. Meanwhile, more crimes are perpetrated. We have far more serious matters from which to contend. Yes, Inspector Gregson made a similar remark yesterday. It's no concern of yours, though I'm sure I need not remind you of that. I really hope so. Oh! 3 minutes precisely until my next meeting. You must excuse me. There's just one more thing, Lord Strongheart, which is... It's Miss Lestrange's trial. I wonder if you might permit me to defend her. A timely suggestion. Sorry? The girl currently has no representation. But that's not fair! Yes, she may be a pickpocket, but she still deserves a fair trial. Yeah, that's true. Do not misunderstand me, young lady. The government provides for those too poor to afford representation with a public defender. The accused need only sign the relevant paperwork, and a defense barrister will be assigned to the case. However, the young girl in question has refused that right. Why would she do that? A question you would do well to direct at Miss Lestrade. Yeah, he's generally making a point. It's like, you can't blame him for his actions and what he's questioning, but it's a fair response. I mean, as you said, if the police have to unravel everything, it says in some regard that that's what they're there for. You'll find him at the local prison. Yes, thank you. Now then, it's time I was leaving. Good day to you. What a day. Gina charged with murder, Sasato about to leave. So we were supposed to come here first. Oops. Come, Mr. Naruhodo. Iris, we must make haste. You're leaving for Japan tomorrow morning, aren't you? Don't you have packing of things to do? As an judicial assistant, my personal circumstances are of no consequence. My sole purpose remains to help you in whatever way I can. Pensive look. I think we ought to visit Gina first. In any case, I would like to wish her well before I leave. Well, that's fair enough. At least it's a legit thing. If I'm honest, this has completely thrown me off. I just have to do what I can as a lawyer. Let's go to the prison. Let's go find Gina. 16th April, local prison cell 13. Hi. Hello again, Gina. Oh, not again! What are you lawyer for now? To have the muzzle of that grenade launcher shoved in our faces yet again, obviously! I think I need to improve the way you load ammunition into that thing, don't I? Don't help her! You can come as many times as you like, but I ain't got nothing more to say to you. Gina, I wonder if you might hear me out. There's something I'd like to say. What? I'm sorry to say that I must reluctantly bid you farewell. Eh? Farewell? Tomorrow, I journey back home, to Japan. Oh, right. I had the pleasure of meeting so many lovely people here in London. I have so many wonderful memories. And yet, as things stand now, it will be a glum parting indeed. Poor Iris is so miserable. Oh. Well, ain't my business. Both Iris and Midnight believe you to be innocent, Gina. They put their faith in you. But somehow you can't find it in your heart to put your faith in them. Yeah, that's right, I can't. What of it? It grieves me greatly to have to say goodbye to my friends when they are so clearly unhappy. Because of you. What? It's my fault? Yes, so I have one final request, Gina, before our paths never cross again. Right here and now, I want you to show both of them that you don't deserve the faith they've invested in you. Only by doing that will you truly be as alone as you claim to be. Shit! She's doing the... Fine, if you don't want them, ditch them. What are you talking about? What do you expect me to do, eh? You told us that everyone lies. So prove it by admitting one of your own untruths. What about what you said before, Jeannie? You said something about unforgivable lies. How is the truth now? That is my last request before I leave. My last request as a judicial assistant. Shit! Whoever these lies are, they're obviously weighing very heavily on her mind. I could be wrong, but is it something to do with what happened 2 months ago? Something about a... What? The one in which Magnus McGilded was acquitted? Wait a minute. No! Hold on! Hold on! No. No, 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 no. No, 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 no. Tell me she didn't do it. Tell me she didn't do the fucking fire. No! Called as a witness by the prosecution. Is that what this is about? Yeah, you're right. Because in that trial, I lied. I lied like you wouldn't believe. Will you tell us about it now? Now, Gina. Give us it. What's the truth? Like you said, it all happened 2 months ago. The coppers got hold of me and shot me in the witness stand. And based on your testimony, Mr. McGilded was declared innocent. Yeah, well, the thing is, I lied about a whole bunch of stuff. I know it. So, what sort of thing did you lie about? I was hiding under the seat that night. That was the truth. It was pitch black in that little cubbyhole. I couldn't see a thing. And then... I heard that loud thud, like someone falling on the floor. And that's when Mr. McGilded discovered you? Yeah. He pulled me out from under the seat and sat me next to the dead man. There weren't much light to see by, but when I looked at me hands, I had the cove's bloods all over them. I was so scared, I couldn't even speak. You had his blood on your hands? In other words, it was Gina that the witnesses on the roof deck saw, so Gina was the one that they saw, not McGilded. So that bit was right when we said he was in the other seat. And Mr. McGilded started asking you questions, I suppose. Who you were, why you were hiding under the seat. Yeah, he did. Only that's not all. What do you mean? Threatened? He made me swear about what I'd seen and what I'd heard. About what he was going to do after the cove was found dead. He made me swear I wouldn't tell no one about any of it. If I did that, he said he'd let me scalp it before the cops showed up. No. Tell me what he swore to secrecy about. What you saw, what you heard, everything. She's gonna comply. Oh, Lord! 3 topics at once? Okay, what you saw. McGilded made you swear not to tell anyone what you saw, but you were in the pitch black compartment under the seat the whole time, weren't you? Mr. McGilded's sitting above your head, if I remember correctly. Yeah, that's true, but
It was when I heard the thud of the cove hitting the floor.
I let out a little scream, see? Couldn't help it. McGildy heard that and dragged me out on my arm. And that's when I saw it. It was on the floor next to the old geezer who had been stabbed. A disc, all bright and shiny. Disc? No! The D took off. That disc was from back then?! The music disc was there on the floor of the omnibus. Not for long, McGill had spotted it straight away. He picked it up smartish and stuffed it inside of his pocket. So that disc was in the omnibus 2 months ago. Bob tried to tell me I weren't to mutter a word of it to no one. So the disc was back then. Okay, heard. Because it was so dark under the seat in the cab, it was straining me ears the whole time. After a while, I heard the door and footsteps inside the cabin.
Presumably, McGilda getting on board.
Nah, not only him. Oh, thrice fired. 2 people. It's gotta be thrice fired. Thrice fired was there too. Either it was McGilded and the victim. Thrice fired Mason. His testimony during the trial, McGildy claimed he slept during the carriage ride. But whenever I'm in a carriage, I'm taken with a fierce tiredness and I always succumb to it. I forgot he was Irish. I had to pay the Irish. Gene supported his. All I could hear was the Irishman snoring.
Yeah, that one.
Oh my god! Neither of them was asleep. I could hear them talking the whole time in low voices. Fuck! Sorry, I don't know. The sound of the horses and the wheels was too loud. But it still tells us something. McGilded and the victim knew each other. So McGilded was lying as I suspected. Okay, what about afterwards? I knew it weren't going to take long before someone raised the alarm that the bloke had been killed. Yes, so you were quite right. The other passengers on the roof deck noticed very quickly. So when the cab came to a stop, McGilded told me to hide back under the seat again. I climbed in and waited.
Too close for it. Get the coppers?
Yes, Mr. Fairplay and Mr. First. Right, and after they'd gone, McGilded asked the driver to do him a favour. Favour? Now then, fella, what I need you to do is take this coat of mine and deposit it with a nearby pawnbroker. What? I'll give you 10 guineas! Oh, shit! Baker Street! Yep, you got it. It was Windy Bags. Banks. Oh my god! What a fucking connection! The coachee snapped up the money and ran off to pop this coat as fast as he could. So then there was no one left in the carriage. McGilden opened the box under the seat and let me get out of there. But not without conditions. I see. The conditions. What were the conditions then? For letting you go free, I mean. Not telling a soul, not for anything, about what I saw and what I heard. And there was something else as well. Yeah, this is the most important thing, he said. I'm after sending the coachman a little errand for me with some small change in his hand. Now then, did you hear what I asked of him? Did you see anything at all? At all? You asked him to go pop your weasel, right? Aye. The Fenn's taken me overcoat to deposit with a pawnbroker hereabouts. But I want you, lass, to take the redemption ticket for it. Do you understand? What? You want me to have the ticket? That's right. And I'll come fetch it from you later. Sometime within the next 2 months. You have to hang on to it until then. Is that clear? And whatever you do, don't lose it. Alright then. And in case I might happen to be delayed at all, You have to go to the pawn shop, Windybag, so it is, and you have to extend the loan before the 2 months is up. If you forget, the article will be forfeited, and any old fen could come along and buy it. Eh? But I ain't got that kind of brass. Here's £5. That should be enough. Do we understand each other, lass? Don't try anything funny now, if you go against me. Yeah, I get it. Good. And one more thing. In a few days from now, you'll be visited by the police, I've no doubt. The coppers? They'll come asking you to take the stand in court to testify as a witness. So let's just have a wee chat about that, shall we? What is it you might say, and what it is it you want? Oh my god, McGilded was the one. McGilded was the fucking guilty party. We knew that. He hid the pawnbroker's ticket in some bushes near the scene. I went to fetch it the next day once it got dark. So McGilded planned it and coerced Gina into giving false testimony. Which means we defended a guilty man. I bet you're ready to string me up, eh? I lied in that big old courtroom. I told some cokers. The thing is, he said he would make it so he couldn't live in the East End no more. That's what he threatened me with. What a wicked man. In short, he was willing to literally give Gina the boot. Everything what went on in the back slums. He knew he had no one to look after us and was all just looking out for each other, getting by together. Would have, in an heartbeat, he could have had the lot of us chased down if he wanted. And then where could we have gone, eh? Nowhere. That's where. So, I didn't have no choice. She would have lost the only family she had left. All in favor of McGilded being a fucking asshole? I mean, fair play to him. I'll give credit where it's due. He's a smart asshole. But the wrong kind. Thank you, Gina, for telling us everything. But I'm for it now, eh? Go on, admit it. You must be livid. Well, you can make amends by doing me a simple favor. A favor? What? Sign the representation papers for tomorrow's trial. Eh? If you don't actually want me to represent you in court, you can rip it up later. But we need that paperwork or we can't investigate. The police won't let us. Investigate what? The scene of the incident last night. Mr. Sholmes was shot, you see. You what? Well, he's having a big operation right now, Jeannie. Is it bad? Is he going to be alright? Sholmes is going to be alright, right? No, I think it's one of those you have to send McGilded in that direction to complete the case. So in short, I don't think there's a way out of that except with the not guilty to progress. So in short, it's the story. It's the concept of but thou must. In other words, you must do that way, otherwise you don't get out of it. For Mr. Sholmes' sake as much as anything. This ain't Avery, attorney. Keep talking about that and I might look that up, and I'd rather not. So what you're saying is, if I sign that bit of paper, everyone's happy, is that it? Something like that, Mr. Sato. I have the representatives here. Gina? I don't need no one to stick up for me, though. No lawyer or nothing. It's baka. You sussy baka. Poor Jeannie, she seems so lonely. We got it there. Yeah. Let's get the scene at Windybags now. Yes, and perhaps we can come back to visit Jeannie when we're done there. Yeah, alright, let's check. Okay. I, the undersigned, agreed to legal representation by the lawyer named hereunder in regard to the following incident. Defendant Gina Lestrade, murder of Baker Street pawnbroker, 17th of April, 10 a.m., attorney-in-law, Ryunosuke Naruhodo. I feel like we finally cracked Gina. She's opened up to us. Yep, that's all it takes. So everyone, let's go save this girl. Although something tells me he's not going to be happy about it. Oh! We could have gone a little further. We could have gone a bit further yesterday if I knew that was the checkpoint. Good lord, 4 parts! Were they expecting a screw up, or was the length of investigations a problem? April, 1:26 p.m. Windebag's pawnbroker. Here we are again at the scene of the crime. And Gregson. Gregson's face and see what he makes of him. Hello again, Inspector. Do you have a minute, please? What is it now? You should go home and get some rest. Here you are, Gregsy. Here are the representation papers.
Your ladyship! No! I don't believe it! How the devil did you not stop a little ragamuffin just like that? I salute you! That is good work, that is.
Busy as well. How about some tea? It's a special blend designed to relieve fatigue. The fucking tea again. And the finger.
Lovely. Well, let's see now.
Yes, yes. I hardly feel tired at all. A fit as a fiddle, your ladyship. And the fish and chips suffer for it. May I have visited the scene of the crime then?
Do as you please. You know where it happened. Through that door behind the counter.
Yep, the storeroom. That's where I discovered Mr. Windybag. Why do I keep calling Windybag? I'm thinking of Wendy Oldbag. Could that be some fucking plot point? The broker was Oldbag's fucking descendant. No, ancestor. Right, well, I'll be getting back to business then. Will you be investigating the storeroom as well, Inspector?
If I'm perfectly honest, we need to wrap this up before long. Can't afford to spend too much time on it. But there are so many articles to go through, it's taking forever, even with the lads working around the clock. Which is a problem, because there's another case the yard needs...
Oh. Stop. Interesting.
Don't get under me feet, sunshine.
Well, at least he's honest. Right. Go back to the spade shuffle. Ledger there. Hey, look! The photograph again! Is there Show Susie? Wait, what's on the back of this one? 15th of...
Hang on!
Mark. Loan amount paid, £1. Redemption deadline, 15th April, 10:30 p.m. A gentleman's overcoat pawned for £1. It was a very fine coat. In fact, I think it's the one Gina left. And is still wearing, which belonged to McGilded. Never expected the redemption ticket to be handwritten on the back of a photograph, though. Windy Bank just used whatever piece of paper he happened to have hand.
Pussycat!
Looks very familiar, doesn't it? I'm sure I've seen this exact same picture somewhere else recently. Yeah, it's the one Gina had. Of course, I was forgetting that she gave us that print. Alright, alright. Yeah, good question. Alright, let the cogs turn. They're exactly the same. No, they're not.
No, they're not. No, they're not. Look, the head's off. The head's off.
I've got it. These two photographs hide an amazing secret.
Oh no. Please tell me we're not having a...
Do you really, really, really want to know?
Yes, we need you to tell us all you know about this pair of photographs. Yeah, the 3D device.
I kind of want... Let's see, so that's where that went.
Hold on. This distracted me when I came in. Yikes!
Lodged in the wall. Presumably Mr. Windybank wasn't practicing with his revolver in his spare time. Well, Mr. Sholmes likes to practice in his drawing room whenever he can. He's very patriotic like that. Sorry?
Wait, he practices with a gun?
Did I read something like that? Partly in jest, perhaps.
In jest? Oh.
Well, he doesn't do it often. It's quite a dangerous pastime.
He doesn't do it often? He shouldn't even do it once.
Forget about that now, Rudo. Let's examine this bullet. Is that around the bullet hole? Blood. Aha! Help with that. Wait, bump. Nothing like the sight of blood to get the blood pumping, is there, Runo?
I have a feeling I'm not as bloody-minded as you, Iris.
I'm afraid the sight of blood makes my blood run cold. There you have it, you see? When it comes to blood, we're all different types.
Yes, what a scientific observation.
So you need this!
Oh no, what is that scary-looking thing?
Hurley and I haven't actually come up with a name for it yet. But as soon as you see it in action, you'll understand what it does. Watch!
Oh! A forensic gun! It's an actual forensic gun!
There, does it make sense now?
Yes, I think I'm starting to understand. So in short, Iris is going to be a so Iris is a descendant to Emma Skye. Got it.
Wonderful. The chemical it fires combines with the blood and makes it change color, so you can identify whose blood it is that you're looking at in a flash. Fabulous invention, Iris. Isn't it? Isn't it? I bet Gene would say it's bleeding great. So whose blood are we looking at then?
We don't know that one.
Well, all the chemical does is turn the blood a different color, so just find someone whose blood turns the same color and you'll know who it belongs to, in a flash.
In short, you don't know.
It's more like two flashes, really, isn't it? One flash or two, this could very well turn up a valuable clue. A note of it in the court record.
That is a good note.
A sample of blood analyzed with a special chemical reaction. Oh my god, we got an analyst! As long as I have the reagent left, sure.
I'm curious. Iris should know what this is.
Here we are, though I'm not confident I can get it closed again. Yes, that's a folding stereoscope. Oh, stereoscope. Yesterday, that you were supposed to be able to see 3 dimensions. But for that, he used the great big contraption over there. Ah, well, that's for use in public houses and places like that. It contains a carousel with all sort of pictures inside. But this little thing is a much simpler design for use at home. There are special shops selling prints that you can use in them. I have a little collection myself. Aww. Made money out of these in Japan. It would be keeping my toilet sparkling clean anyway.
Toilet clean!
Millions of things if they're right in front of your eyes. It makes you think. When Mr. Sholmes gleefully showed us to yesterday, we were blissfully unaware that any of this was about to happen.
Call a spade a spade. Well, might as well check with Iris.
about these two photographic prints. The one we found here on Mr. Windyback's counter and the one Gina gave us before. I heard that if you focus on your finger, it makes it work. Supposedly. Actually, that's not quite right. Sorry? If you look carefully, the two prints aren't the same. Not exactly. They're not? Look at them now. Can you see that they're just slightly different from each other? I think so. It's very subtle, though. What's the reason for the subtle difference? Ah, well, it's because they're a set, you see. No, I don't. This pair of photographs is meant to be used in a stethoscope. Everyone in London... Oh, okay. Why do I feel as though I've heard that word before recently? Oh, typical! Hello! There it is, just over there. Ah, yes, of course. That magical machine that makes pictures look almost real enough to touch. Well, actually, it's quite possible to see the same depth in pictures even without one of these contraptions. What? Really? Do you know how a pair of flat photographic prints can appear to have any depth in the first place? No, I've no idea. Oh, wonderful! Then I'll be able to tell you. She's over the moon, bless her. We really need to carry on investigating the scene. I, for one, simply have to know. Well, curiosity never hurt. Oh, we're gonna have to know this. I see depth in the world around us? Well, I just open them and it works. But the reason it works is because we have two eyes. Two eyes? Shocking. If you try closing just one eye at a time, I think you'll see straight away. What you see with your left eye and what you see with your right eye are ever so slightly different. You get a different view from each eye. Yes, the position of objects seems to shift slightly. He's right. She's right. In your head, your brain uses that shift to estimate depth as it merges the two views into one. That's how we can sense depth in everything we see. My brain really is amazing, isn't it? It does so much without telling me. I think I see. So the pair of photographs consist of a left eye view and a right eye view. Is that right? Oh, well done, Susie. You're so quick. So if you can persuade your brain to merge the two pictures together in your head, you'll be able to see depth in these prints? Yes, Bruno, you're beginning to understand. The stereoscope's function is to act as your brain and allow you to do just that. Yes, but as long as you have two images, two eyes, and one brain, you can actually do it yourself without needing a stethoscope at all. You can? Really? Tell us more! We've now gone into Bill Nye the Science Guy. I'm dying to have a go. It's just Sana-san really loves this kind of thing. You need to be able to cross your eyes. That's the main thing. Can you both do that? It's my eyes. I think I can. Watch me and see if you can copy. Make your eyes do this. This is weird. Oh! The trick is to concentrate on looking at the bridge of your nose with both eyes at the same time. Easy task when two people are staring at you cross-eyed. I could sort of do it. Start by staring at one print and slowly cross your eyes. Oh, there you go. This is fucking weird. Hello, 3D image. You try it, Rhino. I'm just gonna have to give it a try, I suppose. Well, Ryunosuke's gonna do it for us. Did the print split in 2 images for you? Now the next step is to put the pair of prints side by side like this, and then to try crossing your eyes again. The prints should slowly merge together until they form a new single image in the center. Oh yes! I can see it in the middle now. It looks so real. I could look at it all day. Best not. I wouldn't advise that. Your eyes might start to hurt. Runo, pretend you're looking through the 2 pictures and slowly cross your eyes. Oh boy. Is anyone actually doing this at home? Let me know if you guys are doing this if you're watching. Whether it's a comment in the video on the stream or whether in our actual comment list. Like this, is it? I sort of can do it, but I'm not going to strain myself any further. Oh, you're going to actually... Am I going to need to know this for the actual case? I'm fucked. I might need a back seat. What do you think of these Stereoscope prints then, Runo? They're certainly amazing, but it isn't easy to get the knack of viewing them properly. No, some people find it easier than others, but that's why contraptions like this exist, for people who find it tricky. There we go. Yep, there it is! Remember correctly, you press this little knob here. Click! We'll prompt you if needed, I'll say cross-eyed. Hopefully. At least they showed us the actual image. Well, London seems to agree with you. Stereoscopes are very popular at the moment. You can find one of these folding contraptions in lots of households in the capital currently. These little machines are so affordable, so there's no need to go around staring cross-eyed at pictures you hate like you hate them. But it's much more satisfying to be able to see the effect with your own eyes. Well, I think so. Well, I mean, it's true. A lot about them, but I wonder it's knowledge that I ever actually need. The second white photograph. Okay, we got the photographic proof. Well, let's go check the crime scene. That's what Grexy said. Through the little window in the door. Mr. Winkybank face down on the floor with Gino beside him. As legal representation, you have the right to examine the scene, Mr. Nicole. We must make a thorough investigation. Yes, of course, and we will. Don't worry, if there are clues in there, I'll find them. Thanks, Iris. Can we move? Aha! If you let your kids know, you might what most people say. In short, some of these must know something. Might as well check them. Instructions from the yard examine every article in the shop and every ledger and book of accounts. Every article? But that's a ridiculous amount of work, surely. We've been on at it ever since the shop was declared a crime scene in the early hours. Alright, Eon. Good luck. Let us know how it goes. If we're still here by you finishing. Even then, we'll barely scratch the surface. A crime in a pawnbroker's. Must be every policeman's worst nightmare. No, a crime in a pawnbroker's. Well, at least you're honest. Oh. Wait. Oh, he's got the same fucking line. He's got the same line, just a different character, and I can't skip it. Oh, fuck you! Mental note, don't talk to the same guy twice. At least you have a different thing. This officer is staring intently at the wall since before we came in here.
Shh! Keep it down!
Oh, sorry.
It's a major clue just here. As soon as I report it, that'll be it. And I'll be stuck here even longer.
Stuck here? What do you mean?
I haven't been home in 2 days already. I need the constable to relieve me and take over my shift.
Ah, you really have a tough time, the British police. That doesn't always investigating, though, does it? No, I suppose not. I'm fairly sure it was the calendar he was peering at. Yep, that gave us the proof there. Well, let's check it out. Lovely. Jeez. Iris is bound to find this difficult. After all, Mr. Windybank's life was taken in this very room. Ah, Gregson!
Ah!
What?
What is it now, Sunshine?
You took one look at me and tried to run away.
You think a Scotland Yard inspector would run away from some jumped on the defense lawyer, do ya?
What about Iris, then?
Well...
I've never seen her ladyship looking like that before, is the thing. I didn't know what to say to her. So you weren't running away from me, you were running away from a 10-year-old. Much for young Iris. Some gentle reassurance might go a long way, perhaps, Inspector.
Yeah? Don't trouble yourself unduly, your ladyship. I mean, at least you're not dead.
Gregson, that might have been the wrong words.
Why? Look, I'm in the middle of an investigation here, Sunshine. I told you not to get under me feet.
Okay. We have investigating to do ourselves. The social inept inspector has to say. Oh, Hurley. Oh. Alright. Let's see what we got. So, Inspector, what do you make of the crime scene here?
Sure, you got eyes, haven't you? Use them. Here's what it looks like. Nothing more, nothing less.
Iris, could you lend me a hand? So, Gregsy, what do you make of the crime scene here?
Oh, yes, your ladyship. Do let me humbly explain. Last night and shortly after the hour of 1 o'clock in the morning, Scotland Yard police attended the scene. The one and only door to the storeroom was found locked from the inside. Inside? We already knew that fact, but now we know. It appears to be broken now, though. Was that the police officer's doing?
Quite right, Mom. Quite right. We took the liberty of smashing the door in as humbly as possible. As you can see, the victim was discovered prostrate on the floor, thus wise. And next to the aforementioned body, we discovered the Val-Cutter child. Talking about Jeannie, she's my friend, you know, Inspector. Miss Lestrade, the hapless girl, was curled up on the floor, dead to the world. She's still alive, you know. When I saw her, she appeared to be unconscious. I'm afraid to say she had the gun that was used in her hand. No. And there it is. In a pocket, we found the key to the door as well. Shit! You say the storeroom had been locked from the inside, Inspector?
Correct. All of which leaves her ladyship's friend in something of a sticky situation, I'm afraid.
Oh, this is Iris's worst nightmare.
Obviously, my personal opinion is that it's all sort of misunderstanding.
Of course it is, Inspector. Of course it is.
Doubt.
Operation. Did you do anything about Hurley? Is the operation finished? Is Hurley alright? Is he?
The thing is,
Don't mince your words, Inspector, please. You don't mean to say that Mr. Sholmes is...
No, the operation's done and dusted. It's just that, well, out with... Oh my god! It's Mom!
Oh, Sasato, I'm gonna miss you. Something called a general anesthetic is the latest thing. Renders the whole body insensitive. The whole body anesthetized? Is that even possible?
It means the operation could be completed while the patient is fast asleep.
If I were in Japan, we can just manage to provide laughing gas for a tooth extraction. The trouble is, the latest thing isn't always the greatest thing if you follow my meaning. They couldn't get the medication to work at first, so it took hours for him to nod off, or so I hear. And now the op's finished, they can't get him to wake up. Oh, there's the problem with anesthetics. No one knows if it's the anesthetic still in his system, or if the bloke's just plain exhausted. But anyway, all they could do is stand back and watch until he comes around again. Really? The moment he opens his eyes on the chip, I swear I shall get word to you! What a surprise. Even in matters of life and death, Mr. Sholmes has to do things his way. Oh, please be alright, Holmesy. Please be alright, Sholmes. And... gun. Quite possibly the murder weapon used to take Mr. Windybank's life. What's the matter, Susie? You and Runo look like you're about to faint. Well, it's just that I've seen a gun in the flesh, and I've had issues with guns in the past. But anyway, we saw Mr. Windybank with this yesterday, didn't we? Yeah, it was the one he pretended to shoot his head with. Had to take my own life! It must be the same gun. So that means there was one bullet. Storeroom here. It was the one she had. So he only had a single bullet loaded in this revolver. Well, it's empty now. The one and only bullet he had in his gun's been fired. Fairly certain that a single shot was made. Okay, well, we got that info. This box! I think how many there are. A bicycle, a gramophone, musical instruments, even some enormous paintings. Look! Different lives quietly gathering dust in here together. There's something very peaceful about the atmosphere in here. Or at least there would be, if not for the chalk outline on the floor. Not much I can do about that, Sunshine. Well, at least he's honest. Well, at least we got all this. Okay, that chest has to be important. Well, let's get the body on the floor. So I think that's the more important matter. He was a nice old man. Well, he was shot just once through the... Oof! Shot to the heart, and all too late. Must resist. Ouch! That's horrible. There's blood then. Ah! Yep, time for a check. Don't worry, Susie. I'm ready for action. So, what do we got? Blue. Alright, Dal, take care. So that's Windybank's blood. So Windy's is blue. Doesn't match our analysis of the blood stain we found in the main shop. But to the others we've had. Okay, well, confirmed. Confirmed blue is our little friend. Out of all the articles in the storeroom, this is the only thing that shows any sign of being ransacked. Oh, mama! That's the Mound of the Hound of the Baskervilles! That's not what all this... Was all this about the Hound of the Baskervilles? Let's check inside the box at once. Is it in there? Iris' story's still in there! Said he deposited it there, but still, it's a relief to actually see it. Because it's not a very well hidden frown. Interesting. So it didn't get taken. I'm alright. But we must find the true culprit. Yes, we should. We all agree on that. Okay, is there anything else we missed? Okay, is there what people say? Is there something more to this? So there's something more we've missed. Okay. Oh, what have we here then? Okay. Yeah, I might have to check it in a bit. Ran out of office stationery, wrote the ticket on one of the papers to hand. Yes, this is the ticket from Mr. McGilden's overcoat, the one the little diver turned up with yesterday. Oh, actually, no, it's not. Really? Think you know better than me, do you? No, I didn't mean to. Of course it isn't, of course it isn't. I never doubted you, your ladyship. So what's all this all about then, if I might be so bold to ask? This is a second ticket. A second one? It seems that Mr. McGilden, in fact, had another article in storage here at Windybanks. Is that right? I think we need to discuss this further with the inspector. There we go! That's what we needed to do! I forgot about that bit. You mean to tell me? Yes, there was more than just the music box disc, it seems. I should have insisted on the lads taking it back to the yard and examining it properly. According to the details on this ticket, another article here with Mr. Windybank. Yes, I can see it written here. A small box, was it? You have any idea what it is, Gregsy? Any idea at all? It's another article belonging to Mr. McGilden. It could be an important clue. Well, yes, I suppose it could be. But... Please stop looking at me with those big turquoise eyes all full of open expectation! There's too much pressure! A little bit more opposite will go pancake! He's gone mad. That's enough sauce from you, sunshine! Gregson. There is one thing that springs to mind. I get the redemption deadline's already passed, hasn't it? It's only held for 2 months. Small box will no longer be here then. That's right. It's been forfeited. Which means it could be on the shelves in the front of the shop where the forfeited items are offered. You're wasting your time. Oh? There are dozens of little boxes out there, hundreds even. We can't possibly know which one might have been McGilden's. That information's not written in the ledger. Fuck. Let's have a look just in case. Oh, of course, your ladyship, of course. You're very sensible of you, I'm sure. This is getting old. Right. Well, that confirms that. Let's go check the shop. Hang on. I see special box! There's all these price labels on them, but there's so many. Where the small box this ticket was for is still on the shelf somewhere. It could be anything. There were so many boxes, it could be any one of them. Mr. Shum said the pawnbroker was the safest place to store anything, more secure than a bank's vault. The small box in the killer contains something of very great value. Well, if that's the case, he'd probably have kept it locked. I need to find every box with a lock and break them all open. Damn it! And takedown. This takes me back. It's been some time since the Sato-san last threw me. Wonder if he landed with a Okay. Not that one. Oh, let's see. I would have laughed if the police officers relaxed at that point too and just clumped. Never mind that. If any of them say anything, I'll tell Gregsy to have a word. Iris Wilson, Superintendent of Scotland Yard. I half expect that! Let's see. Let's check this desk again. I want to keep track of all these hundreds of items in pawn. There's too much to think about. Better to sell it all and have a clear head if you ask me. But clearly Mr. Windybank was very careful with times of articles in his care. Is there something I've missed? I see some boxes, but is there something I've missed here? There's something we've missed. I like boring things. Well, it was worth a try. Is there something we've missed? Who does like boring things? No one wants to be doing something boring. Come to think of it, you're always introducing things with this is boring, but it's a bad habit. You should stop it. I'll be sure to let that entire population of the Empire of Japan know my return. Is there something I've missed? I need something that's a new logo. I wonder if... There we go! Something deposited in Windybank's... Oh, there we go! What is it about this particular story? I worked so hard on it. Why would Hurley say I can't publish it? No idea. All you can do is wait until he's ready to tell you, I suppose. Enough. Maybe I should give him enough good lines. Yeah, maybe. I wish I could say that definitely isn't the reason, but I can't. Oh, okay, this is clever. If you let your concentration slip. There's something here. There's something here. No, not this. the Baskervilles. I wonder, is there something I've missed on this? Well, at least you're honest. Okay, nothing of note here. Nope, nothing of note. This is weird. What am I missing? There's some... If you let your concentration slip, you might miss what people say. Is there something I've missed? Don't think I've missed anything. Help! What have I missed? What have I missed? What am I missing? Okay. Might as well check other places. Nope. Nope. Oh! Prison? Okay, no Gina. Okay, that's all that was. It's right here at the moment. Okay. Possibility, isn't there? Slipped the key from the jailer when he wasn't looking. I mean, it's a thought. I was only joking, of course. Don't joke about that here! Yes, it must be your way with words, Iris. You're so wonderfully persuasive. Oh dear. I'm sorry. Oh. I'm in the same situation. I'm sure Mr. Sholmes would have just thrown his head back and golfed. Okay, so no Gina. So this is definitely not what we're missing. Okay. Not here. Not here. So there's something with the main shot. What have I missed? I might actually have to look this up, because I genuinely have no idea. What have I missed? What the fuck have I missed? Try the box in the storeroom again? Maybe. Nope, it's still there. Still with the same thing. No, that didn't do it. You know what? I'm gonna have to look this up. 'Cause I can't think what the fuck I've missed. Am I an idiot? Let this be the only time I will ever do this. Just for the record, I'm not fond of this whole thing. Wait, are you telling me... Oh, goddammit, Cotlol. Oh no, no one's come up with... No one's got it written here! Oh my... You are a... Strategy wiki. Okay. Part 4. Okay. So there's something I've missed here. Okay, I think I see what I missed. Hold on. I didn't check the back of this fucking ticket.
That's what I forgot! I didn't check the fucking ticket!
This is all it was. I've just seen it here. This is all I missed.
Cause that's a big ugly cat!
Maybe it's the first photograph. I'm trying to get...
I can't do it!
It's in the first one. We're supposed to spend a long time staring. Okay. Move. Okay. I just examined this. Okay, the blood. There we go. There we go. This is what I missed. Picked up on that. Oh, in that case, iris. There we go. That's what we missed. I just forgot to check the fucking thing. I forgot to look this up. Also, on a side note, it took somebody 8.5 hours to get through this whole case because when I searched the thing up, it came up with a thing to say it took someone 8.5 to do it. There we go. Deal with that. Oh! It's purple! Although, it would be nice to find out whose blood these different colors belong to. Well, this particular stain of blood... Oh, you've had an idea, haven't you? What blood this is? I think I do. color it turned, but with a little deduction. You first, Bruno. Who do you think it belongs to? Alright, I believe this is the blood of... Okay. It can't be McGilded because he didn't give this ticket for the coat. Gina Lestrade didn't go get it. Windy Bank was the one who had the thing, so... It has to be Mason. Thrice-fired Mason. Well, you trailed off there, wait. 2 months ago now, that case. And of course, I'd never met the victim, so I'm struggling to remember his name. Thrice fired, though. But that would mean this bloodstain was left on the ticket. Oh! So the blood was Mason's! Smear of blood from the time Mr. Mason was killed. Now, Mr. McGilded was also wearing leather gloves that night. Excuse, what good-hearted soul wouldn't rush to help a fella bleeding from his stomach? I wasn't able to start worrying about my gloves now, was I? I reached out to give the man a hand. There we go. That's why it couldn't have been Mason. No, not Mason. The McGilded. Bleh, I cannot word. The time anywhere on his body from which we can conclude that any blood on the glove belonged to the victim. Minus the quirky slip-ups, I hope. I think you're right, Bruno. Very well. Let's make a note of this. So, the pawnbroker's ticket is Mason's. That's what we needed to progress. Go! Cuckoo, cuckoo, cuckoo. I doubt he set out to scare anyone. Cuckoo, cuckoo. It's tea time. It's tea time. No. You need another visit soon. As tomorrow, we must establish whether or not you will be defending her. I think we should ask her one more time. She may have changed her mind. So let's be certain. We gotta be near the end of the chapter. Be a lawyer? Really? Did I say that? Yes, you did! Oops! The deadline for submitting the paperwork is fast approaching. In that case, we'd better hurry back to the prison and talk to Gina. Right, let's do it! Let's go! Okay. Hi, Gina. Good. You're back. The police must have finished questioning her then. Oh, how was it, Jeannie? Was it awful? Oh, didn't bother me? As you signed before, it meant we were able to investigate at Windy Banks. Oh, right. Don't you want to know how we got on? We've been ever so busy. What's the point in asking? It won't change what everyone's saying, that I did it. Oh. We came to ask you for your final decision. Eh? What decision? About tomorrow's trial. Will you let me defend you or not? It's hard to represent you. Right, I see. She's really lost her fight all of a sudden. But I know what that feels like. The worry is just so hard to bear. Wait. Alright then. Blimey, give it a rest with them eyes, Iris. As in, who done it? Unfortunately, we don't know that yet. You don't say. We don't know yet, Gina. And all of us know that you are innocent of this crime. We haven't managed to work out who the real culprit is. There are a number of interesting facts that we have managed to establish. Oh yeah? Like what? Well, for example, the reason for you being there in the first place. I think I know why you broke into Windymax that night. I wanted to take some evidence that clearly reveals the reason. I think we all know what the reason is, don't we, everybody? I could present it calmly, I suppose. Well, let's do it. Let's just go straight for it. Found this in Mr. Windymax's storeroom. The manuscript of Iris's latest story. Oh, right. Well, that's good then. Curiously, the storeroom at Windymax showed no signs of being ransacked for items of value or the like. With one exception. The box file that has the manuscript. It was you, wasn't it, Gina, who broke open the box containing the manuscript. You were determined to find out whether or not the Hound of the Baskervilles was really there. That's the real reason you broke into the storeroom last night. A flinch. There we go. All we have to do is hand them to the court clerk. That is, if you'll allow me to represent you in court tomorrow. We might as well get the other one out of the way.
They represent whatever they're called.
Have to have a bin. So what will you do in court tomorrow? We find on me on. Look, it don't matter what's going to happen. It's going to happen. This is one stubborn pickpocket.
Come on.
Alright, yeah, this Baskerville story is the latest chum's adventure, right? But it ain't been printed yet, so I figured it's gotta be worth a fair few pieces of silver, right? Oh yes, at least 5,000 pounds. What? So you intended to sell Iris's manuscript, did you? No. Jeannie, how could you? What? Wait, no, hang on! Of course I wasn't gonna sell it! All I wanted to do was find out if the mental script or whatever you call it really was there or not. And the reason I went in the place. For Iris's sake. Objection! There we go. Ah! We knew why you'd done it from the start, Gina. Of course we did. But I knew you wouldn't do anything mean like that, Jeannie. I just knew it. Baka! Well, so the manuscript in the storeroom, it reminded me of what you said the night before. Grown-ups do a lot worse than that, believe me. Barefaced liars, the lot of them. You just ain't realized it yet.
I'm telling you, that mental script ain't at Windymax.
Susie, if you had a look. If I'm honest, I have wondered if Hurley's telling me the truth sometimes. I mean that I sometimes wonder if he might have hidden my manuscript somewhere. Somewhere I don't know. Even though it's wrong of me to doubt him. Poor Gina. So sweet of you. Alright, alright. I'll tell you why I did it. Just stop looking at me like that, Iris. There we go. This'll break her. It wasn't because of Iris, that's not how I did it.
I just wanted to know the truth, that's all. Please excuse me?
I was being honest, if you'd really deposited the manuscript to Windymax. It's like I told you the night before. I never had a father. Oh. Ain't like mine. She got a dad, only she can't see him. And I reckon that's gotta be harder. That's why she writes her stories. They're about her dad, really. That's what it sounded like to me, anyway. when I was listening to what you were saying. Oh. You mean they're not the adventures of a great detective? So much as the adventures of a great detective and his trusty partner. Well, that's how I see it, yeah. Oh, you're so thoughtful and so kind, Jeannie. Thought any differently, did we? Look, give it a rest, will you? Oh. It's chummy nonsense, dear. I hate it. I don't trust no one, right? That's how I work. Because if you don't trust no one can let you down. I hadn't noticed until now, but it's unmistakable. On both sleeves of her overcoat. Oh no. Oh. What? Why are you looking at me like that? Might be presenting some of our other findings. I think we know what we gotta present here. On the sleeves of your new coat, Gina, they're blood, aren't they? Not that I know whose blood yet. What? Have any obvious wounds yourself, though? So could it be that blood that splattered from Mr. Windybank when he was shot? Let's not beat around the bush here. This trusty friend of mine will get results much faster. Shoot her! Take it easy, Iris. Don't move, Jeannie. I'm gonna shoot. What we got? Purple! 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 It was blue. That is thrice-fired Mason! Jackpot! What the? Forget the sleeves. The whole coat's in blood! The black color of the fabric was masking the stains. That's why we hadn't seen them. All we needed was Iris, and we would have got that fucking quit there. Yep. Mason. A brickmaker, thrice-fired Mason. So that proves it. That proves it. He did do it. God fucking damn it. Makes things quite clear. It means the omnibus case is finally solved. Who really murdered the brickmaker, Mr. Mason, is revealed. So explain what's going on. Stop telling half a story. Oh, Gina's not gonna like this. Let's do it. Now, the victim's blood is all over McGilder's overcoat. But in the trial 2 months ago, the defendant said this in his testimony. Now, I ask you, what good-hearted soul wouldn't rush to help a fella bleeding from his stomach? I wasn't about to start worrying about me gloves now, was I? I reached out to give the man a hand. But if you look at this overcoat now, it's clear. These stains couldn't have arisen from McGilder trying to pull the victim to his feet. That's a full-on splat. The blood wouldn't have splashed all over the front of the coat. The only explanation for this pattern of blood is it splattered over McGilder when he stabbed the victim in the stomach. McGilder. We defended a guilty man. Our first fucking culprit. Our first case in London, and we defended a killer. McGilder. God damn it. lost all that twisted testimony, all that sham evidence to prove his innocence. Oh, well. Well, that's everyone feeling the shit. Do you believe Mr. McGildy was innocent? I believed, or rather, I think I was trying to believe. I wanted to, because believing in those you represent in court is a defense lawyer's greatest weapon. Shit. In Great Britain, a great friend of mine taught me a valuable lesson. Kazuma! Listen, Ryunosuke. We lawyers are only human. We can't know for sure what is the truth and what is a lie. Which is why we must resort to our primary weapon. An unwavering belief in our clients. That's all we really have. Belief? Only when we truly believe what our client tells us can we fight with everything we have for their cause. In any battle, there can be no victory without faith. So I believe you, unwaveringly. Jeez. What's funny, Gina? Oh, sounds like this is in the Empire of Japan you come from. Everyone must be soft. Well, come on. Look at the mess it's got you into, believing in that bog trotter. Yes, I inevitably helped a murderer walk free. Well, at least you've learnt your lesson now, eh? Believing in people's never worth it. Someone always stabs you in the back in the end. So if you let down your guard, you've had it. Take a leaf out of my book. Believe no one. Get hurt by no one. May I ask you something? What? I'd just like to make absolutely sure. What would you like us to do with these representation papers for tomorrow's trial? To say it, rip them up and chuck them away. That's what you want? And Mr. I'm a believer lawyer over there. Jesus! Trial 2 months ago, I led everyone up the garden path, didn't I? And you're telling me you can believe in me after that? Not likely. It's a very valid point. Primary weapon is an unwavering belief in his clients. Ultimately, it comes down to whether or not I feel I can trust you after everything that's happened. I think we know where to go with this. That's what we can do. Say it again. Please allow me to represent you in tomorrow's trial. Eh? You half-baked? No, I'm a full scone. You're not once admitted to committing the crime, have you? What's more, I believe that you're telling me the truth. Seriously, Mr. Naro Odo? Didn't you hear what I said before? I'm a born liar. Fit just trip off me tongue. I'm a diver, don't forget. I pulled the wool over your eyes 2 months ago and got you in sort of trouble. Why would you ever trust me now? I just don't get it. I do understand why you chose not to put your trust in others. But I assure you, there is more to this life than you yet realize. What do you mean? The world we live in is full of people you would do very well to trust. People who won't ever let you down. It's true that I'm just a student of law, and I'm certainly lacking in courtroom experience, but I can promise you this. Whatever happens, and until my very last breath, I am completely on your side. What do you expect me to say to that? Oh! then it's decided. I will take these papers now and carry out the necessary preparations for tomorrow's trial. Be ashamed to throw them away now after it's been penned with your name so beautifully. Do what you like. You Eastern lot. I don't know what you are. I don't get you. We got her. Gina's taking herself off to the back of her cell. She'd never admit it, but I hope she's feeling relieved. That turned out alright in the end, I think. Huh? Wait. The shadows? What? Blimey, you're sharp, eh? Oh! Gregson! I suppose you were using one of those mystical Japanese arts like the art of stealth I've heard so much about. What? Ninja? If anyone was being stealthy, it was you, Inspector. Paisley! Oh dear me, I'm most terribly sorry, Your Ladyship. I didn't mean to startle you. How long have you been listening in on our conversation? Good grief, listening in? No. Just got word that there were some visitors who were refusing to leave him those after hours. I assure you, Ladyship, I only just arrived this very minute, not a moment earlier. That's all it is, nothing untoward, nothing at all. After hours? Is it that late already? I'll humbly excuse myself now, Your Ladyship. Ta-da, toodaloo, cheerio, all the best, bye-bye, bye-bye. Bye-bye-bye. Bye and bye. I'm half expecting him as the fucking, Professor Colorado from the old Super Mario Bros. Z. Gangway coming through Geronimo, banzai! Quite right. Good lord, that's a voice I haven't done for a while. I was Professor Colorado, by the way, on the Arclad's, dubbing of Super Mario Bros. Z, by the way. That was my voice. I played Professor Colorado in that. That's a lot of farewells, and not one of them appropriate for her ladyship. Have a chat. I'm terribly sorry, but time is pressing at the minute. And that's a shame. If I don't get this emergency at the Supreme Court dealt with sharpish, the Strongheart will, well... Emergency? Shit, yeah, that's a good point. Nothing! Forget I said anything! Anyway, I'm off. Alright, Gregsy, if you have to, but let's chat soon. Delighted, Tom! Can't wait! If you please, my pleasure! It's a lot of pleasantries, and not one of them sounded sincere. He's so funny. He says such silly things. Silly Billy. It's certainly entertaining seeing an inspector of the police fawning to a 10-year-old girl. I'm really scared that when she turns 16, it's going to be a very interesting scenario. That is a fair point. That emergency is catching my curiosity. Before it closes. Hey, Mr. Sato. So Iris home now, Mr. Naruhodo. I shall meet you there later. The worst part is we're going to be without Gina tomorrow. No, not Gina. So Sato-san went to file the necessary papers for my defense of Gina that following day. And then it hit me. I could no longer suppress the wretched feeling that had been gnawing away at my insides. Tomorrow Sasato would be leaving Britain and making her way back to Japan. And Naruhodo would be all by himself. Trying for you, I'm sure. Nice, Gina was arrested, all on the back of the news that her father fallen ill. Thank you for your kind words. I wonder why it is that so many thoughts rage in my head like a storm. I seem unable to find the words to express any of them. I know exactly what you mean. General Assistant. Once that is done, I shall make preparations for my departure. Let's do it. We managed to establish this office. It's finally feeling as though we're settling in. I would be lying if I said I felt no regret. Aww. I don't know what to think. I've had no time to gather my thoughts. I know we've only been here a short time, but in my limited experience of the courtroom, I feel I've learned something. What would that be? It seems to me there are many facets to people's personalities. Oh, facades. Like a jewel, light plays off in complex patterns, illuminating their actions and their motives. But we see only a small number of total facets, and what is illuminated is only a part of the whole story. What lies in the shadows? What do those facets we cannot see look like? Perhaps there are some parts we never lay eyes on for as long as we live. Sometimes I feel as though I'm blind to so much, and that one day it'll all become clear, that all the facets will be illuminated, and I'll finally understand how everything fits together. I suppose what matters is that we keep our eyes open and keep moving forward, even if the way sometimes seems dark. 2 months. You've grown so much. Oh. Oh no, it was nothing. Unimportant. Oh. In London in the morning? Yes, I picked up my ticket earlier. I shall be leaving here at 4 a.m. Absolutely not, sorry. I'm sure you realize why I couldn't possibly let you do that. Very important day ahead of you tomorrow. Gina's trial. Every word you utter will have the potential to determine Gina's fate. In short, yeah, get as much sleep as possible. Please, for me, do try. Oh. Hold on. Examining things at a time like this. This is my last chance to talk to Sasada-san. Well, at least we got that out the way. Might as well get that text out the way. I just hope I've got them all so far, because as far as what I've looked at by here, by glance at the thing I looked at, there's apparently 12 instances on each scenario. So 12 on the spade remark, and 10 on the blackboard. So I don't know if I've got them all. Well, blackboard you can't do until you get to case 3. So so from case 3 onwards. Wait, is it case 3 or case 4 when you can go into Sholmes' place? I think it's 4. Ah well, it's one of them. In short, when you do your first case to go in, you can do that. Have this. Some huge bundle of documents? It's my notes from the case 2 months ago. The murder that was committed on the omnibus. She's using that? Oh shit! This murder of which Gina is accused is very much tied up with that omnibus case in ways that are not completely apparent. I took the liberty of consolidating my writings about the case. With everything else she's had to think about, she made the notes. God bless this. God bless Sasada. It's my pleasure. I can only hope that it will bolster your case tomorrow for Gina. So wisely. You really are the best dual sister in the world. Well, that's extremely flattering. I've been a complete failure. How? Let's check it. Okay, we got the full thing here. Okay. Yep, case summary. Victim found deceased on the last scheduled omnibus of the day. Stabbed in the abdomen. Yep, we got this again. Mason Mavelton. Oh, we got a full name then. Mavelton, Brickmaker, East End of London. Summary defendant Magnus McGilded. Prosecutor Lord Barrack von Sykes. Defense Ryunosuke Naruhodo. Conviction was assured with 3 eyewitness testimonies. However, a surprise 4th witness testimony resulted in the acquittal due to insufficient evidence. Yep. Let's finish packing up my things in my room. Oh. Oh. Blah! God damn it! I'm not gonna miss that! What was that? A secret technique of mine. The Susato shutdown. Shutdown? I implore you. If you have to voice our goodbyes, I won't be able to hold back my tears. Oh. What are you doing to the game? It truly had been a trying day. On our feet for hours, getting Gina to open up to us and learning the truth about that nemesis of a case. Physically and mentally, I was exhausted, and yet the idea of sleep seemed impossible. But I forced myself to close my eyes, and as a cacophony of scenes of our lives here in London played through my mind. Eventually, my fatigue triumphed, and I fell into a deep sleep. April, the small hours, Saint Sinner's Hospital. Oh! Yes, I quite understand. That is a great word off my mind. Wait, who's speaking? Sholmes. Rest assured, I shall put everything in place exactly as we have discussed. So much. It's been an honor and a pleasure to be acquainted with you, Mr. Sholmes. On the contrary, the pleasure has been mine. I bid you farewell, and God's oh, she's our assistant. I thought so. What the fuck have you been doing? Oh boy! What have you been doing? What have you been doing? Trial time! What the fuck has been going on? We can't really continue because I don't know how long this bit's gonna be. You know what? I'm gonna have to clue ball you. I think for now we'll have to make a stop. I'm really sorry, everybody, but I think now is about as time as any because I don't know where this trial bit's gonna go. Plus, I've been yawning a bit and I have been at work. So maybe it's for the better. I'm so sorry to clue ball all of you. I really, really, really am. But I think it's time that we end this saga. At least for tonight. So, tune in next Sunday, or maybe sometime during the week if we can squeeze in another day somewhere. We might be able to see what we can do. Now, this Wednesday, we might be going back to Dokapon Kingdom finally, because we've had some time to mess things and mix things and try to get things meeting up. We might be going back to Dokapon on Wednesday, and we'll see if we can squeeze in any more days to possibly do a bit more of this case. Because I don't know what to make of any of this. But you guys are loving it, and I am too. I love all of this so far. This is what I love about these games. See that, see that, see that? Caught the plot hook, caught the plot hook. Right. But with it said, as a statement to say that this Wednesday might be going back to Dokapon. It depends on Thean with his situation. If we don't go there, we'll see exactly what we can do in the process. But if not, Sunday we definitely go back to this. The big question is, what exactly has been put in place? How does this connect to the McGilded case from episode 3? And more importantly, how is this game going to end? We wrapped attention for all of that as well. Oh, I intend to. I'm going to love every minute of it. But I think before we do Chronicles 2, I might actually have to go back through the whole game and get the trophies I missed. Just in case there's any extra ones. Because I feel like I should probably at least complete this with a platinum. Sounds at least fair. Which is going to keep the hidden one secret, because I will do that after I play through the game blind. But until then, everybody, if you were charged with joy with this stream, be sure and hit the subscribe if you're watching our stream on YouTube, or if you are basically looking at us on Twitch. We will see you guys for the next time we go into this. If not, I will see you Wednesday for Dokapon Kingdom, or whenever I next set foot. But don't forget, there are the other members on the channel too. We have Kotlo with his D&D streams. And don't forget that apparently some stupid wizard keeps popping up for our streams, whoever the fuck this guy is. Seriously, he keeps hijacking our system. Kotlo, we really have to invest in better security against the magical dark arts. We'll have to look into that. If not, oh boy, I may have to start bringing in some magical tricks of my own somehow. This wizard guy's getting annoying. Or warlock, or whatever he's called. But anyway, guys, until then, this is Brownie of the Joy Charge Gamers, signing off on Let's Play Live The Great Ace Attorney Chronicles. Until then, everybody, stay charged, and catch you all later. Goodbye.